what's up? Oh, sup is just short for stand-up paddleboarding. Today we're going to talk about stand-up paddleboards. The main things that you need to look at when you're looking at paddleboards is the style of board and the style of construction. We're going to start with the style of construction. There are four main kinds of paddleboards. Inflatables, like this one, made by Bic. Comes with a carrying case when the board is rolled up, and also a pump inside of this case. There is what they call a soft top construction, which is going to be like this one here from Aquaglide, or this one here from Rave. They're going to be a little bit softer and flexier of boards. Going to be more of a recreation style board, great for having the family on, especially if it's going to be getting banged into docks and different things like that, just because, I mean, the whole board is covered in a soft foam, so it's going to really handle those dings really well. The next kind of step up in construction is going to be something like this liquid shredder here. It's going to be a little bit stiffer, still have the durability qualities, but that stiffer shape is going to help it pull through the water a little bit nicer. And one thing that a lot of paddleboard companies look at is the distance the board will cover every stroke of the paddle. A stiffer board is going to give you more distance per stroke than a softer board, like something like the inflatables or the soft tops. We're also currently carrying really nice boards from Rave, as well as many other manufacturers that are more of a surfboard construction. They're a foam core wrapped with fiberglass, made just like a surfboard that you would see out of the ocean. These boards are going to be the stiffest of all the paddle boards, therefore getting them the longest, the greatest distance per stroke. Overall, just going to be the best boards. They do lose a little bit with their durability, but if you're going to be racing or using the paddle boards as like a long distance exercise method, then the surf construction boards are going to be the way to go. Alright, second thing we're going to talk about today is the style of boards. This board here is going to be a more traditional style, what they call either the surf style or the cruiser style. The main features of this board is going to be the nice big rounded tip, the nice big round tail. Also, there's going to be a rocker, which is a curve all the way through the board. The second style of board is going to be your touring boards. Obviously have the really pointed tips. The nose of this board is designed to cut right through the wake, rather than with the cruiser boards, where they're designed to be a more maneuverable ride. The touring boards have that really thin nose, a really flat rocker line towards the middle and the back of the board, and then a more narrow tail. That flat rocker line allows the board to get more of that distance per stroke. Obviously the nose is going to cut through the water better, also improving the distance per stroke. The cruiser boards in general are going to be more of a recreational style. They're going to be more maneuverable on the water because of that rocker, the curve all the way through. They're going to be a little bit more user-friendly, whereas the touring boards are going to be what you're looking for if you're getting into racing or, long-distance exercise. Alright, obviously with paddleboarding, one of the most important things you have to have are paddles. There are three main kinds of paddles. Aluminum, like this one, fiberglass, or one that's made out of carbon fiber, which is going to be more like this board, this little cube. Obviously carbon fiber is really lightweight, so if you're going to be one of those more intense paddlers, something like that might be more your style. The fiberglass is kind of mid-grade. It is a lighter weight, but at the same time not quite as nice as the carbon fiber. Most of the paddles that we sell, though, are going to be the aluminum paddles. Nice recreation paddle, easy for everybody to use, and again, getting that durability with them. Most of the paddles that we have are adjustable, real easy to adjust. pop the little thing off the top. The way you want to adjust your paddle is by grabbing a hold of the top, extending your arm up so that you can grab a hold of the top of the paddle, but not be straining in any way. And then you just turn here, find the nearest hole, pop that back into place. All right, so when you go to paddle, you want that angle of the paddle sticking away from your toes, so that when you go to actually extend your paddle out, that paddle will extend farther, and as you pull back, your most powerful part of your stroke, which is right next to your body, the paddle is going to be straight up and down, grabbing the most water, so that you can have the most force coming out of the paddle. One thing that's necessary for paddleboarding, especially if you're going to be on rivers or somewhere where there's some sort of current or big waves, would be something like this item, which is called a stand-up paddleboard leash. This end here attaches to your board, and this end here will wrap around your ankle. That way, if you do fall off your paddleboard, the board cannot get away from you, and you can just pull on your leash and get your board back. We also sell here at Bart's replacement fins for your stand-up paddleboards. We have many different options to choose from. Some that are made out of fiberglass, some that are made out of plastic. This particular fin is flexible, so that if you're going to be paddleboarding in shallow water, this fin can hit a rock or something. It won't ding the fin up. It'll just bend and flex right over the rock. We also sell many different styles of stand-up paddleboard life jackets. These two are a belt style that as you hit the water will actually inflate and you put around your neck after they've inflated. We sell many different kinds of different paddling jackets, including these, which are designed for kayaks. They sit higher up on the rib cage so that you have room to sit down so your back can rest up against the kayak. Finally, we have different options as far as car topper racks so that you can transport your paddleboard, as well as racks that you can mount in your home so that your paddleboard doesn't have to sit on the ground all the time.